It's really not a matter of what you decide. It's a matter of when. When will you be ready to make the decision? Welcome to your Daily Whisper. I am a little fired up, Cara Bradley here today, because I woke up just ready to make some decisions. There was an agitated sleep last night. There's been some psychic energy moving through me, but it's like this poking at my consciousness, right? So our subconscious mind, our unconscious, our soul force is constantly poking through, guiding us, directing us. And some days it's clearer than others. And today I woke up and I realized I need to make some big decisions. Big. And I'm not going to get into them right now because I don't want to be that public with them. But I've made some decisions. And there is this momentum and this energy when you actually make the decision. We can talk about it all day long, the what. I'd really like to have this. I'd really like to be this. I'd really like to feel this. Or we can look at what we don't have. And we spend so much energy. There are billions of dollars spent all year long because of what we think we want, what we think we need to have, what we think we need to feel. Talked about it a couple of days ago, but it's when we make the decision. When we make the decision. I read this great quote in Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss, and he interviewed a bunch of titans of all different types of industry mastery. And this quote I wrote and write oftentimes in the back of my journals because it's that powerful for me. Some days it pisses me off because I am not in an energized state to make a decision, and some days it fires me up. And today it fired me up, which is why I turned on my mic to share it with you. So give me a second. I have to put on my glasses. Should have prepared for that. Okay. Once the decision is made, nothing interferes. Nothing can sway you from your purpose. Once the decision is made, simply refuse to budge. Refuse to compromise. No emotion, no drama, no beating yourself up. It's pretty straightforward, and I love it. It's very disruptive. Once you make a decision, you write it down. You write it at the top of your journal every day. You write it at the top of your list every day. This is what I do. And then nothing interferes. It's the only way, my friend, that you're going to move the ball forward toward that decision, toward actually manifesting it. You've got to be steadfast. Nothing can sway you from your purpose. Simply refuse to budge. Now, that's the line that when I'm not in a fully empowered state, I get like, well, you got to be able to be flexible. Well, of course you do. But the only way that decision is going to continue to drive you is if you refuse to budge. Refuse to compromise. Without the emotion, without the drama. I love that. Because we get so dramatic around our decisions. And without beating yourself up. So take it or leave it, my friend. Maybe this is not for you today, but maybe it's for you next week when you wake up and you realize, oh my God, I've got to do something about my job. I've got to do something about my relationship. I've got to do something about my health. Right? These are usually the top three. Once the decision is made, nothing interferes. So I challenge you, I encourage you today, if you're feeling this, go ahead, grab your journal and write down some decisions, or one decision. It could be one. I've got one biggie in mind. Actually, I have 5. but who's counting? Oh, I wrote down 5, but there's probably 3 major ones. You gotta love it. You just have to play with this stuff. No emotion, no drama, no beating yourself up. Boom. I love it. Own your power, my friend. This is where I am going. It's where I'm going in probably most of the stuff that I'm doing in some way, supporting people in owning their power. No more feeling less than. No more feeling like you're behind the 8 ball. No more feeling old. No more feeling unrelevant. Irrelevant, I guess is the word. Own your power. Join me. Grab the show notes because there are tons of links of ways to get started.